From translation, NIV New International Version. This 38th day of the year. Today we are reading passages Leviticus 19 to 21. Leviticus chapter 19, verses 1 to 37. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the entire assembly of Israel and say to them, Be holy because I, the Lord your God, am holy. Each of you must respect your mother and father, and you must observe my Sabbaths. I am the Lord your God. Do not turn to idols or make for yourselves gods of cast metal. I am the Lord your God. When you sacrifice a fellowship offering to the Lord, sacrifice it in such a way that it will be accepted on your behalf. It must be eaten on the same day you sacrifice it, or the next day. Anything left over until the third day must be burned up. If you eat any of it on the third day, it will be impure, it will not be accepted. Whoever eats it will be held responsible, because they have desecrated what is holy to the Lord. They must be cut off from their people. Do not reap to the very edges of your field, or gather the gleanings of your harvest. Do not go over your vineyard a second time, or pick up the grapes that have fallen. Leave them for the poor and the foreigner. I am the Lord your God. Do not steal, do not lie, do not deceive one another. Do not swear falsely by my name and so profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. Do not defraud or rob your neighbor. Do not hold back the wages of a worker until morning. Do not curse the deaf or put a stumbling block in front of the blind, but fear your God. I am the Lord. Do not pervert justice. Do not show partiality to the poor or favoritism to the great, but judge your neighbor fairly. Do not go about spreading slander among your people. Do not do anything that endangers your neighbor's life. I am the Lord. Do not hate a fellow Israelite in your heart. Rebuke your neighbor frankly so you will not share in their guilt. Do not seek revenge or bear a grudge against anyone among your people, but love your neighbor as yourself. I am the Lord. Keep my decrees. Do not make two different kinds of animals. Do not plant your field with two kinds of seed. Do not wear clothing woven of two kinds of material. If a man has sexual relations with a female slave who is pledged to be married to another man but who has not been ransomed or given her freedom, an inquiry is to be made. They are not to be put to death, since she was not free. The man, however, must bring a ram to the entrance to the tent of meeting as a guilt offering to the Lord. The priest is to make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering before the Lord for the sin he has committed, and his sin will be forgiven. When you enter the land and plant any kind of fruit tree, regard its fruit as forbidden. For 3 years you are to consider it forbidden, it must not be eaten. In the 4th year all its fruit will be holy, an offering of praise to the Lord. But in the 5th year you may eat its fruit. In this way your harvest will be increased. I am the Lord your God. Do not eat any meat with the blood still in it. Do not practice divination or sorcery. Do not cut the hair at the sides of your head or clip off the edges of your beard. Do not cut your bodies for the dead or put tattoo marks on yourselves. I am the Lord. Do not degrade your daughter by making her a prostitute, or the land will turn to prostitution and be filled with wickedness. Observe my Sabbaths and have reverence for my sanctuary. I am the Lord. Do not turn to mediums or seek out spiritists, for you will be defiled by them. I am the Lord your God. Rise in the presence of the aged, show respect for the elderly and revere your God. I am the Lord. When a foreigner resides among you in your land, do not mistreat them. The foreigner residing among you must be treated as your native-born. Love them as yourself, for you were foreigners in Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Do not use dishonest scales when weighing goods. Use honest weights and honest measures, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. Keep all my decrees and all my laws and follow them. I am the Lord. Leviticus chapter 20, verses 1 to 27. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to the Israelites, any Israelite or any foreigner residing in Israel who gives any of his children to Molech must be put to death. The people of the community are to stone him. I myself will set my face against him and will cut him off from his people, for he has given one of his children to Molech, to make my sanctuary unclean and to profane my holy name. If the people of the community close their eyes when that man gives one of his children to Molech, and they do not put him to death, I will set my face against that man and his family, and will cut them off from their people, him and all who follow him in prostituting themselves to Molech. If anyone turns to mediums and spiritists to prostitute themselves by following them, I will set my face against that person, and will cut them off from their people. Consecrate yourselves and be holy, because I am the Lord your God. Keep my decrees and follow them. I am the Lord who makes you holy. If anyone curses their father or mother, they must be put to death. Because they have cursed their father or mother, their blood will be on their own head. If a man commits adultery with another man's wife, with the wife of his neighbor, both the adulterer and the adulteress must be put to death. If a man has sexual relations with his father's wife, he has dishonored his father. Both the man and the woman are to be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. If a man has sexual relations with his daughter-in-law, both of them are to be put to death. What they have done is a perversion. Their blood will be on their own heads. If a man has sexual relations with a man as one does with a woman, both have done what is detestable. They are to be put to death. Their blood will be on their own heads. If a man marries both a woman and her mother, it is wicked. Both he and they are to be burned in the fire, so that no wickedness will be among you. If a man has sexual relations with an animal, he is to be put to death, and you must kill the animal. If a woman approaches an animal to mate with it, you must kill both the woman and the animal. They are to be put to death, and their blood will be on their own heads. If a man marries a woman and her mother, it is wicked. Both he and they are to be burned in the fire, along with any other people involved. If a man has sexual relations with a woman during her monthly period, he has exposed the source of her flow, and she has also exposed it. Both of them are to be cut off from their people. Do not have sexual relations with your sister, either your father's daughter or your mother's daughter, whether born at home or born elsewhere. Do not have sexual relations with her. If a man has sexual relations with his aunt, he has dishonored his uncle. They will be childless. If a man marries his brother's wife, he has dishonored his brother. They will be childless. Keep all my decrees and laws and follow them, so that the land where I am bringing you to live will not vomit you out. You must not live according to the customs of the nations I am going to drive out before you. Because they did all these things, I abhorred them. But I said to you, you will possess their land. I will give it to you as an inheritance, a land flowing with milk and honey. I am the Lord your God, who has set you apart from the nations. Therefore I set apart for you the clean animals and birds. You are not to eat their meat or touch their carcasses. You are to be holy to me, because I, the Lord, am holy, and I have set you apart from the nations to be my own. A man or woman who is a medium or spiritist among you must be put to death. You are to stone them. Their blood will be on their own heads. Leviticus chapter 21, verses 1 to 24. The Lord said to Moses, "Speak to the priests, the sons of Aaron, and say to them, a priest is not to make himself ceremonially unclean for any of his people who die, except for a close relative, such as his mother or father, his son or daughter, his brother, or an unmarried sister who is dependent on him since he has no wife. For her he may make himself unclean. A priest must not make himself unclean for a dead person among his relatives. Nor may he shave his head, or shave his beard, or make any cuts on his body. He must be holy to his God, and must not profane the name of his God, because he presents the food offerings to the Lord, the food of his God. They must not marry women defiled by prostitution or divorced from their husbands, because priests are holy to their God. Regard them as holy, because they offer up the food of your God. Consider them holy, because I the Lord am holy, I who make you holy. The daughter of any priest who defiles herself by becoming a prostitute, she profanes her father, must be burned in the fire. The high priest, the one among his brothers, who has had the anointing oil poured on his head, and who has been consecrated to wear the priestly garments, must not let his hair become unkempt or tear his clothes. He must not make himself ceremonially unclean for any of his people, or defile himself while he has anointing oil on his head. He must not marry a widow. He is to marry a virgin from his own people, so that he will not profane his offspring among his people. I am the Lord who makes him holy. If a priest's daughter defiles herself by becoming a prostitute, she profanes her father, she must be burned in the fire. The Lord said to Moses, "Say to Aaron, for all time to come none of your descendants who have a defect may come near to offer the food of his God. No man who has any defect may come near. No man who is blind or lame, disfigured or deformed. No man with a crippled foot or hand, or who is hunchbacked or dwarfed, or who has any eye defect, or who has festering or running sores or damaged testicles. No descendant of Aaron the priest who has any defect is to come near to present the Lord's food offerings. He has a defect, he must not come near to offer the food of his God. He may eat the most holy food of his God, as well as the holy food, yet because of his defect he must not go near the curtain or approach the altar, and so profane my sanctuary. I am the Lord who makes them holy." So Moses told this to Aaron and his sons, and to all the Israelites.